Hey folks, it's Glenn the Ball Chef, and today I'm going to take what I consider my favorite breakfast. It's Shin Ramyun, which is a Korean brand noodle, and I'm going to doll this stuff up with a number of ingredients, and it makes the perfect breakfast. I eat it once or twice a week. Sometimes you can eat it for lunch, but this is a simple recipe. Doesn't cost a lot of money. You can put it together in a jiffy, and it really tastes great. I'd also like to give myself a little pat on the back. It's been now 6 months since I've taken any sodas or any sugar, candies, cakes, pies, anything, and I've lost 35 pounds in the last 6 months. So those who worried about me on the last video thinking that I'm all tired and worn out, it's just that I'm working 12 hours to 14 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, and I'm a worn out guy. I'm not as young as I once was, but I can still hang pretty tough. But at any rate, let's get this thing rolling and make it happen. All right, 2 cups of boiling water. Bring it up to a rolling boil. Now here's our lineup of ingredients. We got some thinly sliced top round beef, spring onion, basil, cilantro, and of course bean sprouts, which are all been thoroughly washed, except of course the meat. Now what we're going to do, the Shin Ramyun comes with 2 packets. One is freeze-dried onions. The other is Korean red spice powder that forms the broth of this delicious dish. Here is the actual ramen noodles. They go right into the water and they will be cooked until they are perfect. Now my wife is going to chop up some cilantro, green onions, and basil and get this ready to put into our fusion Shin Ramyun Vietnamese breakfast of champions, we call it. Anybody who's been to my house and had tried this, they know that this stuff is top of the line stuff. Now, one of the things that she does is she adds a little bit of 3 crab fish sauce to this. This is optional, but I like it. Brings out a little bit of the southeastern Asian flavor to the soup itself. Now she's going to take some chopsticks, open up those ramen noodles so they can cook to a al dente state, which is exactly where I want to see them be. After that point, we've got all the vegetables prepared. We're going to take and start putting in this thinly sliced top round. She's pretty meticulous about this, making sure that each piece is perfectly cooked. I myself like mine medium, but she of course always wants to go the route of making sure it's all well done. But that meat cooking in that broth really makes that broth so flavorful. Oh my gosh, so much better than what you get right out of that packet. And that's why this is so good. Now we need a big bowl, and we're going to turn the stove off and pour the contents into this bowl. And wow, look at that. That's starting to really look good. Now she's going over there for the vegetables. She's going to put in the cilantro, basil, and spring onion. Got to have those bean sprouts. Everything's nice and fresh here. She'll then take and doll this up a little bit of black pepper. The quarter teaspoon, and some lime to give that southeastern Asian flavor. Puts a little zing to it. Quite delicious, I might add. And then of course it wouldn't be complete without some sriracha. This stuff's pretty spicy already, but a set of chopsticks and an Asian spoon, and ready to dig in for a breakfast that you can't beat. Hey, it's the Ball Chef, man. This is my breakfast, man. It's really good stuff. I mean, you take this Shin Ramyun, doll it up with all the quintessential ingredients. Fish sauce, a little bit of that flavoring from the beef, the basil, and just this plain Shin Ramyun with some little extra items makes this almost a fusion between pho and ramen. and it's easy to put together, and it is absolutely delicious. I use this in my routine twice a week. Good stuff. Certainly appreciate you stopping by while I'm eating my breakfast. Got a lot of crazy stuff going on here. Thanks for stopping by, and as always, bon appetit.